2020-2021 the PfizerBioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, sold under the brand name Kineti, is an mRNA-based COVID-19 vaccine. The German company BioNTech is the initial developer of the vaccine and partnered with Chinese company Fosun as well as American company Pfizer for support with the clinical trials, logistics and manufacturing. It is given by intramuscular injection. It is composed of nucleoside-modified mRNA encoding a mutated form of the spike protein of SARS-CoV-2, which is encapsulated in lipid nanoparticles. The vaccination requires 2 doses given 3 weeks apart. It is one of the 2 RNA vaccines deployed against COVID-19 in 2020. The other being the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Clinical trials began in April 2020. By November the vaccine entered phase 3 clinical trials. Based on more than 40,000 people, an interim analysis of study data showed a potential efficacy of over 90% in preventing infection within 7 days of a second dose. The most common side effects include mild to moderate pain at the injection site, fatigue, and headache. Reports of serious side effects, such as allergic reactions, have been very rare, and no long-term complications have been reported. Monitoring of the primary outcomes from the trials will continue until August 2021, while monitoring of the secondary outcomes will continue until January 2023. It is both the first COVID-19 vaccine to be authorized by a stringent regulatory authority for emergency use and the first cleared for regular use. In December 2020, the United Kingdom was the first country to authorize the vaccine on an emergency basis, soon followed by the United States, the European Union and several other countries globally. Pfizer and BioNTech aim to manufacture about 2 billion doses in 2021. In China, the vaccine is manufactured and distributed by Fosun. Pfizer has advance purchase agreements of about $3 billion for providing a licensed vaccine in the United States, the European Union, the United Kingdom, Japan, Canada, Peru, Singapore, and Mexico. Distribution and storage of the vaccine is a logistics challenge because it needs to be stored at extremely low temperatures. Before COVID-19 vaccines, a vaccine for an infectious disease had never before been produced in less than several years, and no vaccine existed for preventing a coronavirus infection in humans. The COVID-19 virus was detected in December 2019. And BioNTech began development of a COVID-19 vaccine on the 10th of January 2020. When the SARS-CoV-2 genetic sequences were released by the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention via GISAID, triggering an urgent international response to prepare for an outbreak and hasten development of preventive vaccines, BioNTech started its program, Project Lightspeed, to develop a vaccine against the new COVID-19 virus based on its already established mRNA technology. Several variants of the vaccine were created in their laboratories in Mainz, and 20 of those were presented to experts of the Paul Ehrlich Institute in Langen. BioNTech received a $135 million investment from Fosun in March 2020, in exchange for 1.58 million shares in BioNTech and the future development and marketing rights of BNT162b2 in China, Hong Kong, Macau and Taiwan. In June 2020, BioNTech received €100 million in financing from the European Commission and European Investment Bank. In September 2020, the German government granted BioNTech €375 million for its COVID-19 vaccine development program. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla stated that he decided against taking funding from the US government's Operation Warp Speed for the development of the vaccine, because I wanted to liberate our scientists any bureaucracy that comes with having to give reports and agree how we are going to spend the money in parallel or together, etc. Pfizer did enter into an agreement with the US for the eventual distribution of the vaccine. As with other countries, Phase 1-2 trials were started in Germany on the 23rd of April 2020, and in the US on the 4th of May 2020, with 4 vaccine candidates entering clinical testing. The initial pivotal phase 2/3 trial with the lead vaccine candidate, BNT162b2, began in July. The phase 3 results indicating a 95% effectiveness of the developed vaccine were published on 18 November 2020. Preliminary results from phase 1/2 clinical trials on BNT162b2, published in October 2020, indicated potential for its efficacy and safety. During the same month, the European Medicines Agency began a periodic review of BNT162b2. The study of BNT162b2 is a continuous phase trial in phase 3 as of November 2020. It is a randomized, placebo-controlled, observer-blind, dose-finding, vaccine candidate selection, and efficacy study in healthy individuals. The early-stage research determined the safety and dose level for 2 vaccine candidates, with the trial expanding during mid-2020 to assess efficacy and safety of BNT162b2 in greater numbers of participants, reaching tens of thousands.